All right, well, today I'm here with one of our judges, Sasi, who works at Rowe Price. He's AVP of Senior IEEE in the Baltimore division of Rowe Price. And so he is on the front lines of fintech and AI and everything and has joined as a judge. Wow, it's been quite a while. You've judged, I don't know, you've judged 5 or 6 competitions at least that I know about since we started counting.
Yeah, hi Russ. Thank you for the invitation. Yeah, I was doing judging from last 2 years, I think so, and continuously on different projects related to AI/ML, cloud computing, status award, and different awards. Yeah, you know me, like we
Yeah,
were
no,
also doing a lot of conversations and everything while judging.
that's right. Yeah, you have been, you've kind of had a huge career in fintech and AI. You've been an engineer, and I know you've actually authored a bunch of papers and everything else, and some, I think even a book on Amazon at the moment. So you're super busy out there.
Yeah, so actually, this is like a significant improvement I was doing from 2017 onwards, actually. It's not like one day work. So when I started the papers, I got like copyrights from US government in the year 2021. After that, I'm publishing in different journals and improving them based on the people's feedback and everything, and synchronizing with the modern concepts. Like you know, right? IT is upgrading every day, so I'm synchronizing with the modern concepts and I'm publishing. So it's not like one day work or 1 year work. It's a significant work performance from last, you can say like last 6, 7 years, continuously improving myself and just putting them in different journals as open source so others can also review them. So
Yeah, yeah. You moved. I think originally you were in IT consulting and recruiting, and you kind of moved into fintech and AI leadership. What experience like shaped how you kind of even approach innovation? Was it the IT side, or kind of what got you into this?
no, actually, I was doing that recruitment in India, not in United States. So I moved to United States in 2015 to do my master's in computer science, like information systems is the specialization from Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So after doing my master's in information systems, more focused in technology, like programming, coding, and everything. So in 2016, after 1 year, I got opportunity to start work in IT in United States. So I moved from recruitment career to IT after doing my masters in information systems. So I lost your audio. I'm sorry.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that. I was saying at T. Rowe Price now you're building kind of these huge, secure, scalable systems for finance, right? For a bank. What's the biggest challenge in making those systems intelligent, like future ready? They seem to be, as you said, always being changed.
Right. So there is a continuous improvement, continuous development is required because business itself, like we are internal, like we support our T-Row price business, like different business lines like investment operations, trade support, new market, and different lines are there, like tax is there, global client operations are there. All are related to our T-Row price internal business. So obviously, the system is upgrading on daily basis. Like new enhancements comes, new changes will come, and new rules and regulations like business rules and everything need to be configured again and again. So this kind of continuous improvement and continuous performance is required. Like development process is required continuously, so that the company, T. Rowe Price, is a financial asset management company, should take advantage of technology, actually, latest technology, emerging concepts and updates.
And so, as that bank, as the financial institution, as T. Rowe kind of evaluates all these emerging technologies, you've got, generative AI, general AI, vector search. Do you think, which one do you think will have the biggest impact on financial services in the next 5 years?
So generative AI in the sense like every company is not, I'm not pointing out like one financial sector or one organization or a bank but LLMs like large language models are getting upgraded every day, and small language models too, like very small language models. They are synchronizing with the company's latest relevant data and process through reg. Like every day they are retrieving the concepts from market websites everywhere, like open source website, and also the synthetic data available and new data available in the organizations. So they are getting synchronized, and the work becomes easy instead of going into any system and finding out like actual data. When I'm just giving an example of data, too many things are there. So it can be we can use like prompts, a simple question instead of writing a queries and everything, and just get the retrieval like outputs. We can retrieve the data easily. So this is one of the concepts which makes easy. The only drawback is like it need to be trained properly, otherwise it gives irrelevant outputs, which may impact the business line or may go for even penalty.
So you mentioned something there. You mentioned the small language models. I haven't ever heard that term. So describe how you might use a large language model versus a small language model.
Small language models means training on a specific business process like accounting or something like that. Let us take an organization like we have like global recognition process, or mm, let's take business intelligence group. Okay, so we want to focus on only one award where we want to have like only the data of that award to be trained on the model. We are not going to synchronize with all other concepts in BI group. Or else we can take like a bank like Bank of America or anything where they want to trade only, they want to train the data with fraud vigilance related to credit card frauds or anything like that. So they don't use any other data of the bank like accounts, PII information, or whatever it may be, because they will only train the fraud analysis process with some use cases. For example, we can take one use case where the transaction is happening in different locations at the same time. Then that could be a fraud issue, right? So this kind of training, like, and this is a sensitive process. So for that, they use only small language model because that should be very accurate, fast, and the PII information should be masked both for customer and also the banker who is using the customer's information, because he is also an employee, right? So these kind of processes and everything, where some companies go with small language model and they don't want to invest money on entire large language model, like to purchase the entire huge this one, like a set of pre-trained or pre-trained with synthetic data LLM, because that is not necessary there.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can get very specialized very quickly. How do you balance the promise of like that AI decision making where that's that full autonomy with the need for like the security in the financial system? It sounds like you're keeping everything separate.
So security in the sense like I want you to go in detail like your question. Can you give more, can you elaborate more on your question?
Well, I mean, like you've got this AI that is either trained on an LLM or a small language model, and you as a bank have this need for security and trust in the financial system. So you've got this promise of AI doing everything from finding fraud to helping customers to making good investment decisions. But you're always managing that security and trust because that's what the bank is known for. So it's just I'm wondering how you guys balance that need for both, kind of that AI autonomy and then also, the security and trust.
So security in the sense like it is a very huge security it, the any organization builds, right? Okay, so when you are purchasing an LLM from Microsoft, let's say like Copilot, something like that. So Microsoft usual security, whole security standards will be applicable. It's not like the company won't give any security features or it is out to different teams. For example, like we have purchased ServiceNow. ServiceNow is an instance where there will be like security layer, different security layers applicable. So it's not like a small thing, like it goes with very huge security layers and access management, identity access management, and also roles, groups. VPN is also involved because you cannot use that outside of your VPN network, right? So can't take that LLM outside and do some work and again log in into your VPN and do the same work. So a lot of security layers are applicable. So we can go into detail, like if you.
I don't want you to give up any trade secrets.
Yeah.
What excites you about this kind of, this merging of AI and finance? I mean, you've been in this game a long time. You've seen it from a bunch of angles. What excites you about it?
So excitement in the sense like um, this is getting to the next level. The entire world is going for the next level. So that is one of the thing. Like I am into this field when I'm working. The information technology is going to the next level. So if you go like in 2021, 2022, we never used any kind of. I mean, some people may be using it, but it's not open for public to use a Chat GPT version 4 or 5. But now everyone is using. So I'm excited that what will be the next. Because in 2000s when I saw like computer got introduced and people were using computers a lot. So the same way, this level, the level is going to the next level. So I even don't know what will be the future, but just want to check it out. Like I'm evidence for that, like because I am right now in that field, so I'm evidence that the world is going for the next level. So I'm excited on that.
Yeah, it certainly seems like we're in this next phase. I mean, I was around for the dot-com phase when all the internet services exploded and pets.com was making $1 billion. But it does feel like we're there, and I just hope we don't have the dot-com crash like we did in the AI world. I think we've gotten smarter than that.
Right.
Do you think these large language models will be reliable in finance are they reliable enough to really kind of count on them in your job?
So reliable in the sense like they will be reliable for long term. Like that's a straightforward answer I can tell right now. But they are more useful right now because the data is getting huge. So when data is considered or business process is considered, or you can call it in the low level as workflow, whatever may be, they are reliable and companies can take advantage of that. And a lot of other advantages are also available right now.
Yeah,
But training them is like it's not dependable. One should not be dependent on it because that may give some wrong outputs also. If we are not a subject matter expert without knowing the actual subject, if we are using it, that may route it totally into a wrong direction. So totally relying on that is also not a recommendable. So one should take advantage of it for now. But I don't know in future, they may be, people may be 100% rely on them, maybe some 70% and they have to check it out because the decisions are decisions, like it's a transformer. It will give whatever inputs we feed to an LLM, it will give the same outputs. That's it.
Yeah, well, you've certainly seen a lot of technology kind of come and go, and you're seeing a lot of technology into the nominations that you're judging. What kind of signals do you see from companies when you really know that it's like a really big innovation?
So technologies will upgrade every day. But one thing I can say, like programming language or math will remain same. Okay, so when I see the judging, like I will see like how that will be useful for the public, and what is the strengths and weaknesses of any kind of technology relevant. Let us take like software as a service they have developed. So as a software as a service, it's a big thing. Like you can use SaaS for a lot of processes, like business processes. So I will see like what processes they are implementing right now. For example, they are into only accounting process or something like that. That means like they took a baby step, because the business processes are like thousands of business processes are there, and they will synchronize with different domain industries. Banking will have n number of business processes. Retail will have n number of business processes. So that's how I will see that all entire criteria. I'll read the document and just also do some googling what the company is actively doing right now. And so these are the main things I will focus on when technology leadership is considered regarding judging.
Yeah, no, we always, recommend people to give us, hard kind of, qualitative data so that you guys have actual kind of something to evaluate performance on. We don't always get that. I think it's like a weakness in some of the nominations we get is you've got to kind of be explicit. Do you see any other kind of weaknesses in people's submission that, a lot of these companies have super strong technology, but sometimes their, submission doesn't kind of draw it out?
So that's what like when I see they can't write entire company concept in that whatever when we are judging, like we'll get that company details, information, employees, how many employees are there, what product they are focusing, and some companies write like what is innovative, what is the next level they are taking. Some companies will let about what existing products they have. Some companies put there like how that is useful in the market and how other clients are focusing on them. So the thing is like after reading that, according to me, and I don't know about other judges, but I will go and Google that company, like go to their website and see and everything. So there I can find some information where company has not, I mean, they did not draft it in the actual judging competition. But that is something like innovation and everything. I'll see that there. So many companies don't do that, but because usually big companies, the brand name, they have like more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 employees, right? So yeah, so the companies which are from 1 to 10 employees or 20 to 100 or 1 to 100 or something, they put more innovation and everything. That's what I noticed many times.
All right, so we got to call out those big companies. They need to put more innovation in. You're getting handed your shingle there with by the small companies. Now you also mentor a lot of people. There we go. You're a big mentor in the kind of IT world. Tell us a little bit about how you mentor people.
So mentoring in the sense, I do a lot of peer reviews for papers in IEEE, and also I do like a lot of peer reviews for other journals also, journals and presentations I do. On top of that, like mentoring in the sense, I'm an member of ACP. It's an organization for veterans who want to come out of like their service is going to end in military as a cyber security specialist or something, and they want to go for a civilian job. They're ready for that. So I will be training them. Like I have trained like 3 people from ACP on AWS, Amazon Web Services, and ServiceNow, and some programming languages, and guiding them like how it will be different, right? Civilian jobs are totally different than military jobs, even though they are IT specialists there. Because in civilian companies will expert modern concepts, so I'll guide them, and this kind of mentoring activity I do. And regarding the papers, peer review and everything, like I'll look into the papers and I'll check it out. If I don't like the IEEE papers, I will reject them and I will ask them to modify so and so things and revert back to me again. So this is pro and con activity from IEEE different websites and portals.
What do you feel like the most common advice you give in those papers to those young technologists?
The common advice is like I'll see that like proof of concepts. If the proof of concepts are clear and did they achieved results from that proof of concepts? That is the main thing of the paper. For example, if they are doing some, they are using CNN, like conventional neural network concept for a medical domain. I will check it out, like whether they have developed the correct proof of concept and they received exact results from them. Like results may not be 100% correct, but at least they have reached out some kind of percentage in the results, in the outputs and everything. And mentoring activity, I will suggest them because even though we train a lot impersonal to veterans or someone like impersonal training, I'll give them to do the work a lot because they are the people who need to understand. Uh, so that's how I do training for impersonal training. So
Yeah.
recently, I got mentorship for one of the universities in Kazakhstan because I have given some presentation and they liked me and they are asking to mentor their PhD students. So that was like yesterday I started. A couple of days, I think like a couple of days back I started. So it's an ongoing mentorship. So I'm focusing on them right now.
Well, that sounds interesting. So outside of your mentorship and your professional work, what keeps you inspired? Any books or movies or hobbies?
So right now I'm focused on like some voluntary activities, and also more focused on attending conferences is also like rather than speaking in the conference, attending them because I will get together with a lot of people, coordinating with them, talking to them. Not only IT related conference, other conferences, and and also related to like gatherings, so people gatherings, functions, and everything like. So these kind of other activities I do usually.
Yeah, I've been attending some AI networking groups, and it's really interesting to hear what people are working on and their excitement levels. It's really super interesting. So get out there, folks. So if you weren't in fintech or AI, what do you think you'd see yourself doing? Maybe a teacher?
I don't think like teacher, but maybe a managerial role, people manager role, or in future, I don't know what would be like. Teaching is my hobby, like mentoring and teaching and training, writing papers and putting them as an open source papers. Even the journals publish them, I go with CCB 4.0 license or something like that, where people can read that, they can cite that, or they can use it personally for different purposes. So teaching is my hobby, like that's what. So I
All
will
right, so
be interested in architecture, IT architecture, or principal architecture, this kind of uh, upcoming roles or something like that, maybe in future.
interesting. All right, so we're going into the quick fire session. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
All
I'm
right.
ready for that.
What's one technology you simply can't live without? And it can't be the internet.
Can you repeat the question? I missed it. Which one?
One technology you can't live without.
Python.
Python, said from a developer. All right, what's a book, paper, or podcast that inspired you recently?
Uh, Book in the sense. Paper, one paper I was inspired. It is related to one of the medical research for the people like the children who cannot speak properly. So that is with one of the universities. So that paper is inspired because they are spending a lot of money, and recently I have peer reviewed that paper. So that paper was very impressive.
Yeah, that is interesting. All right, what's one word to describe the future of AI in finance?
So don't rely on it 100% if you are comfortable. Don't rely on it because that may become addiction and route it to your wrong directions also. So the negative feedback is also there. So 100% be confident when you are relying on AI on outputs.
Yeah, we've got a little bit to go, I think. Well, Sasi, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all your help judging these awesome nominations and lending us your expertise.
Thank you so much, Russ. And yeah, hope we do more.
Appreciate it.